When we first went down this road, I remember talking to my wife going, I have no idea what to do. I don't know what to do. I have a son who's an addict. He's 16 years old. I don't know who to call. I don't know where to go. Once I picked up the phone and called ASAC, everything the dominoes started falling. I guess what surprised me the most is my preconceptions or my thoughts of what an addict really was. I mean, you don't realize that addicts look like us. Lawyers, doctors, school teachers, they can be teenagers, they can be parents, they could be, it's grandparents. So that was eye-opening. When I came in here once the first meeting, I saw all different types of people here that made me more aware of what an addict really was. And I think probably the fact that the staff here did a really good job of talking to me about, addictions aren't cured. You don't take a pill. You don't wake up in the morning and take a pill for an addiction. You need to learn to rewire your behavior. Well, I think there's a lot of embarrassment that goes behind admitting that you can't handle something as ridiculous as a 12-ounce can of beer. How can this thing control my life so much? But the reality is it does. That's how the power of the addiction is. It's so strong. It's stronger than your bind with your family, which is almost hard to comprehend, that how could something be stronger than the relationship with your parents? When Seth got here, initially he had some problems. As a matter of fact, they called me initially and said, I'm not sure he can stay here because he was going through withdrawals. The great thing about ASAC is they were very patient with Seth. And they called me, instead of just kicking him back out on the streets, they called me and said, hey, you need to talk to Seth and get his anger under control. And so we talked to him, and he became a pretty good model person here, I think. To say it was a good experience would be an understatement. When Seth got out, he did really good for a while. He got a job. He was working a couple jobs. He stayed away from the people he was hanging out with. But then little by little, he slowly started getting back into that lifestyle. And October 4th of 2016, he passed away. At the end of the day, he was fearless. He didn't fear anything. He didn't fear police. He didn't fear addiction. He didn't fear his drugs. And that little bit of arrogance, the fact that he thought he was bulletproof, caught up with him. The real sad thing is when he passed away, it really wasn't him. It was the shell of somebody that I knew years ago. But when he was here, I really got to see him, what he was like, and his creativity and his goals and ambitions and what he liked to do, play basketball all the time. And I'm taking Seth's death. The only way I can take it is inspiration to change my life and to change my kids' life and to talk about this story. One person watching this is impacted somehow positively, then I guess it's kind of good therapy for me as well. It takes a lot of courage and pride to admit that you have a problem. It doesn't take shame. You need to put that aside. Without a question, his stay here was life-changing for him and for us. It was a very good, humbling experience for Seth. And I hope somebody watching this, if you're having problems and issues, pick up that phone, call somebody, get that first step out of the way, and hopefully you can get the help that you need. But you got to be able to accept the help, because the help's out there. You just got to be able to accept it.